Alright, alright, alright. Alright. Ugh. Okay. So, today, chats. Today, chat. We're testing Help Wanted in Springtrap because I haven't really, I feel like I've ignored it since it released. Like we used it like one time, like or a couple times, like in a with the Adept Springtrap thing, but I haven't really like tried to make good use out of it, particularly on Springtap. But I think I have a build in mind that might make it worth it. I don't know. We'll see. Also, my stomach is hurting like fucking hell. I don't know how long stream's gonna be tonight, if I'm honest with you guys. It is what it is. Also, Major the Dr. Plague. What a fucking name, by the way. Thank you for the follow. Oh, welcome to the cult.
Salut toi.
Saluta.
Viens donc griller quelques oreilles au coin du feu.
Yes, I speak French too. We would like to play. Mm. Alright. Wait, is it Monday? Wait. The reset's on Tuesday, right? Yeah, okay, reset's on Tuesday. Hooray. 25k, let's go. Yeah, resets on Tuesday, okay. I always forgot. Oh, Qs are even. That's weird. So... let's see what we can do here. Hi, Phoenix. How's the 1v1s going? So... they're always fun. I feel like I don't do 1v1s enough. So I think the obvious combo with Help Wanted, of course, is machine learning. Because both the gens will get compromised, and once they're compromised, you get the effects for a minute from both of them. Right? They're just something you do for funsies. Sounds like me playing, like, Power Wash Sim. Just play it to play it. I love playing Power Wash Sim. And I'm thinking we run Tinkerer. Because Power Wash Sim is incredible, that's why. I'm thinking Tinkerer Call of Brine. That way I know exactly which gen to kick. And then as far as... into Phasma, I could never get into Phasma. I've tried so many times. It's just not for me. It's another one of those games that feels like it should be, but it's just not. I don't know why. I just get bored. It's all, even when I'm hanging out with friends with it, I just get bored. Yeah, that might be what, I don't know. It's one of those things where I like those kinds of games by myself. I don't like it with other people, I think is what it is. Went to run with this. So we're getting the haste for a minute, and we're getting that for a minute. What if we run it with... Actually, let's just, yeah, I fucking hate that. Let's just lean into the haste fully. I hate that this is just the add-ons I run every time. They're my signatures. Fucking purple guy drawing and celebrate poster. Name a more iconic duo. So the basic idea, Tinkerer tells us which gen to kick. We kick the gen, Call of Brian activates, the gen becomes compromised for help 1 in the machine learning. Gen pops, we get the 8% haste and undetectable for 60 seconds, and we get help wanted's 25% cooldown on the M1s for 60 seconds as well. Celebrate poster will give us more speed if we do happen to catch up and land an axe beforehand. Purple guy drawing, in case they do pull the axe out, we get the aura reading, and we can catch up with the 8% haste. Is that the purple guy? Tricks are ghouling it? Is it ghoul like super bugged right now? I feel bad if you are ghouling it. Is the purple guy? Okay.
Please deposit 5 coins.
You know what, shit? Not today. I'm not gonna go insane from it today. We had our fill with everyone making Faz coins or Faz puns last night. It was Fazlarious.
What would Martha Stewart say?
Fuck Martha Stewart!
Martha Stewart would say the puns are the highest form of comedy, and I will not be told otherwise. Don't make me redeem it. It's a threat now. Mr. Hippo is a threat. Chad, you're monsters. Fucking animals. Did that a few streams. I know, I'm aware. Well, we've been in the lobby. We haven't gotten into a game, so I'd say pretty good. I think it's a pretty good game, or day of Dead by Daylight.
5 coins.
Sometimes I make decisions. And I think them over. And wonder if the consequences were worth the state of the action. Ugh. Tricks. I'm not repeating that out loud. Insane value, never lost a game with him. Yeah, I'm just in the lobby the whole time. Also, Tricks, is that a Doski emote? I didn't know you watched Doski. Okay. You guys should watch Doski. It's with 2 eyes, by the way. We don't really talk much anymore, but good friend, good friend. Back from my Zoe main days in League of Legends. She just did her 3.0. Yeah, she just did her no, I think it's her 4.0 VTuber model. I can't keep up anymore. Doski is the reason I got into Dead by Daylight in the first place. Because I was randomly watching one of her streams where she was playing it back in my League days. And I was like, that looks fun. And then she told me to try it, so I did. Then I met Gummy. Then we became friends. It's funny how that works. Why does my stomach have to hurt, chap? Ugh. So work has been a fucking nightmare, by the way. The guy who runs the commercial office is on vacation. So me and the other manager having to pick up the slack from it. And it's really goddamn annoying. Yeah, the Reds. The birthday bash. Michael, it's your birthday today. Can I scream? It's on its way. Michael. Look at the chick swap the old chick. Who gifted that? Gold, thank you for the gifted sub. I don't know who got... Oh, 2 gifted subs. Thank you for that. Whoever got those gifted subs, enjoy them. Enjoy the emotes and ad-free viewing.
You will see.
Whoa, whoa. What was that? Hi, Trex. Hello, Trex. So I'm going to hit that with Call of Brine. Thank you, Purple Guy Drawing. Thank you, Tinkerer. He DC'd. He DC'd? Nice dodge. Nice. Did Tinkerer pop twice? I thought the thing was her. Gonna be 100% with everybody. His connection was connection terminated. Alright. That's a minute of plus 8%. Can we do anything with this is the question. The answer was yes. We don't even need our axe, chap. Kick this one. That was good. What? I guess she activated quiet mode? Head over here. Watch out for Tinkerer procs. Yep, there it goes. Okay. She's still nearby. I'm still getting the proc. Wait, did Tinkerer pop on the same gen twice? It shouldn't be doing that. Wow. Spring spotted. I love this fucking killer. Yeah, it's procking again. What the fuck? Tinker shouldn't be doing that. Oh no, it's called a brine. I'm dumb. I hate that that works as well as it does. Oh. Time to face the bot. I just got comp quartered by a bot. I just want to make that clear.
You go.
Do this. Tinker didn't pop. I know they're back on 4. I don't know where she went. Dead hard too? Holy shit, dude. I meant to throw my axe. Is she dead? Yeah, she's dead.
Wait there.
That was a really weird match. Honestly, I played like crap. That was so bad. And I kept getting confused by Call of Brine and Tinkerer. Yeah, GG's done though. What did the ace have? Vigil, Sprint Burst, Dead Hard. Yeah, it was Dead Hard. Or Decisive, not Dead Hard. God, Dead Hard everywhere, man. I can't really complain too much about Dead Hard, but man, does it feel bad when it lands? Hello, 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 Gibbous. The Gibbous Lord. I wasn't too bad, though. Like, it had its moments. I'm trying to think if anything would be better than Purple Guy drawing with this. Maybe Access Panel? Freddy's hat, you're right. You're so right. Chad, I've done my testing for Freddy's hat. I'm probably never putting that shit on. Hi, Theo. Gabriel, I'm sorry this is what you died for, but it's just the fact of the matter. It's too strong. It's a nice change of pace from Springtrap, even though Unknown is who everyone compares Springtrap to. Unknown, Huntress, and Xeno. Or Sadaka. No, it's probably more like Xeno, because there's no debuff from coming out of the doors.
Welcome to the cult, pal. Thanks, you guys are the best.
Vigil, be Vigil, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the cult. I don't know, I don't think I played anything other... We played Legion the other day, because one of y'all wanted me to. I wonder who that was. And then... I think that's really it. We played Chucky on day 1 to test out Phantom Fear, and my power bugged out, and I haven't touched him since. Then we played... I think that's really been it. I don't think I've played any other killer since Springtrap came out. Okay, chat. Yoshi's video's out. We're gonna watch that after this. I'm gonna guess they're on the door left of this, whichever number it was, I forget. What? Tinker procs on the first gen. If he gets... Nope. Wow, they were really, really trying hard for that, huh?
You will see.
What a weird start to this match, huh? Best viewers, let's go. If I had a nickel for every time a DVD with a fire axe teleport that can interact with by a survivor and a projectile they've never shown with prior to their release in DVD and an AoE mechanic, I would have 2 nickels. I'm about to reach that 8-kick gen limit already. I don't know where I was aiming that, honestly. Lucky break on him? That was a good body block from the Fawn. At this point, just waiting for Tinkerer to pop again. I didn't think it'd let me damage it. Axe? Ah, we don't need axe. M1 demon. I don't know why she was crouching like she was. That was weird. Tinker is proccing on that. They're probably going to get it done, which is fine. See if we can get near them at least.
Please deposit 5 coins.
I don't got 5 coins to deposit, chat. They are really trying for these saves, huh? Tinker's gonna pop on that one. I'll hit him with that. Purple guy drawn should go off since we hit him with it, right? I don't know which way he went. Does he have Lucky Break? Hot damn, dude. Brother, what do you mean you healed? Oh, the exposed thing happened. Okay. If you don't have 5 coins, just turn on the heater. You're right. You're so right. I forgot the mechanics of UCN. What the fuck? Is that quiet mode? But it has to be quiet mode, right? Take that for Call of Brine. Let's see what he does. I thought we were about to comp corner this. Call of Brine picks back up. Hello, Faz gamers. Oh god, it begins. The Fazzing begins again.
Please deposit 5 coins.
What? Chad, I think I'm losing my mind against this Fong. What the fuck was that? As far away as possible. Dance with me? Maybe. What does the quiet mode do for Survivor? Does anyone know offhand? You got off hook? She didn't dodge it that time. What the fuck? Am I missing something here? Uh-huh.
Fix your fucking game, devs.
Uh-huh.
Pathetic.
I didn't even know that was a punch. What did she have? It was Dance With Me. Hacks? I know, it's a bug. You can watch the VOD. Yeah, okay, he had Overcome Lucky Break. Yeah, the combo of him with Overcome Lucky Break and her with Dance With Me and Quick and Quiet, that was fucking me up. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny that I thought she was cheating and she thought I was cheating. How do they Kobe? If there's only 2 people left alive, you can still Kobe. I don't think it should be a thing, but it is. I didn't realize Dance With Me's cooldown was that low. Is it 15 seconds? It is 15 seconds. I thought it was like 45. They buffed it when Kin released? Oh! Oh! I don't want to say it's OP, but that shit was confusing. I legit didn't know where she went at all. Like half the match.
Please deposit 5 coins.
I'll deposit 5 coins right where they belong. Y'all can figure out what that means later. I'll tell you when you're older. Okay, alright, chat. I promised Yoshi something. We're gonna react to Yoshi's add-on tier list for Springtrap. Okay. Actually, why is this in a weird aspect ratio? What do you got this in theater mode? I hope this is whatever. Okay, we're gonna react to this.
I've been playing Springtrap, like an obsessive amount of Springtrap.
I got more
I already
hours.
have more time on him than over a quarter of the roster, and plan on trying to get him to that top spot during my Prestige 100 grind. I currently have him at Prestige 55 after saving my blood points ever since the Castlevania chapter release. With having him at such a high prestige
I
level,
disagree with
I've
everything.
spent a ton of his add-ons, and thus I've gotten to use all of them. What I have for you here is the ultimate guide, breaking down all of Springtrap's.
Yoshi, is that fucking VHS music in the background I hear? I don't know if you're in the chat, but is that VHS music I hear in the background? Stop giving me nostalgia.
Add-ons, the playstyles they work best with, how strong they are, and even some fun build suggestions. We'll be starting with his common add-ons and working our way to his viscerals, explaining what they do in as much detail as possible.
I was at Brad
using
and Reds.
two different
Thank you for the
tier list
hydrate, Coastal.
formats. One will be ranking the add-ons by strength, and the other will be categorizing them by what playstyles they work best in. Starting off with Springtrap's common add-ons, they're all fairly straightforward to understand and very simple to use, which makes them great for starting out with the killer, whether you're a brand new player or a longtime veteran picking up the killer for the first time.
Fair enough.
Starting with Rotten Pizza, this doubles the duration of the killer instinct that you get from the axe's area of effect. Base kit, the axe's AoE lasts 15 seconds, and as long as the survivor is inside, they're revealed by these spiderweb-looking blips known as Killer Instinct. Base kit, they'll be revealed for about 2 blips, and Pizza will increase this to 4 blips. The purpose of this Killer Instinct is to make missing shots less punishing by giving you a scan on the survivor's location through a wall, so that way you can continue the chase, but it also allows you to use it as a sort of mini wall hacks at certain tiles, or in maps that he may struggle to actually use the ranged attack on. It's not super useful, nor is it super strong, and can work with playstyles where you're specifically using the axe's AoE as a debuff to survivors, or for wall hacks and chase as an M1 killer if you aren't confident with hitting your axe.
So I've tried Rotten Pizza a few times, and the problem with Killer Instinct on him is that unless it's like a long wall, it's so delayed. It's just the information is good. It can be good, but because of how delayed the blips are, because they're delayed by like a second, it can be, the information can actually be misleading a lot of the times. Hi, Farah.
This gives it a rather low ranking, but if you're new to the killer or struggling with him, there's no shame in using it. Restaurant Menu is one of his
I love how Theo and Noob just shared the same
Please
brain
deposit
cell.
5 coins.
Oh my god.
best add-ons and definitely his strongest common add-on. This reduces the time it takes to recall your axe after missing a throw by 20%, which adds up to 1.4 seconds saved. It makes it take only 5.6 seconds to recall your axe instead of the usual 7. Very straightforward and easy to use regardless of your skill level, and works in any playstyle that uses the axe, whether it's actually going for hits or just using the AoE, which gives it a high placement on the list. Help Wanted Add is getting put into its own tier. Not because it's bad, but because it's a learning add-on. It just shows you the trajectory of the axe while you're...
No, not at all. Yeah, if you're already a rotten corpse, go for it. Why not? What are they going to do, put you in jail? I got jails for rotting corpses. Yeah, I agree 100% with Menu. I think Menu is... It's one of those ones where, like, if I don't know what the second add-on should be for whatever I'm running, just run Menu. It's never bad. I mean, we ran it when we were testing out Freddy's Hat for a reason. It was to let us go for more shots, right? As far as Help Wanted Ad goes, yeah, pretty much the same thought. Like, even when we were testing Freddy's Hat, I wanted to run Help Wanted Ad to help me with it, but it was like, I feel like the visual would actually hurt me more than it helped. Because when you're learning how a power works like that, it's best to feel it out in this game rather than, like, have something direct you on how it works. Outside of, like, testing it, you know? You are what you eat, I guess. Exactly. Exactly.
Showing you where it'll land after you let go of the throw, or if it's going to get stuck in terrain. This is great for both brand new players and players that want to practice going for shots over high walls, though it isn't necessary and can even get distracting once you get the muscle memory down. Our final common add-on is Greasy Paper Plate. This makes it take 15% longer for the survivor to remove the axe from their back. So
I used to like this. I say used to as if it's been a long time, but I liked running this with Celebrate Poster because it gave you that little tiny bit of leeway to get the grab. Because a lot of, if they're running in a straight line, this will ensure you get the grab. But I've learned that combining Celebrate Poster with Purple Guy Drawing is better than with Greasy. I would rather them take... Unless I'm running that play with your food build, I really do think Greasy Paper Plate is just not worth it most of the time. Back in my day, Greasy Paper Plate was a good... I want them to make menu part-based kits and nerf the add-on, to be honest. I could, yeah, 10%, 10%, I could see that.
The axe from yourself normally takes 8 seconds, and a teammate removing it from your back takes 5. With Paper Plate, this becomes 9.2 seconds for yourself and 5.75 for a teammate. This add-on is interesting because on its own it only really does 2 things for you. It makes getting grabs on the survivors more consistent, and also makes it so that way they can't force you into being 110 move speed if you don't want to be. As long as you're forcing them to play around pallets and windows rather than holding W against you, it'll keep the axe off of you and keep you at 115 since the bar resets when they drop a pallet or vault. Those reasons aren't very strong on their own, which is why Paper Plate will have a low rating. However, when combined with other add-ons, it starts to shine, making it not completely useless.
Yo!
Add-ons later. As for playstyle, this add-on only works if you're actively hitting your axe, so it's not as flexible as our previous ones. Springtrap's uncommon add-ons tend to lean into the same camp as his commons, where they're easy to use.
I like the
and
music
understand for
shift.
any level of play, but also very obviously lean into more specific playstyles. Probably the most straightforward of the bunch of streamers, this add-on makes his teleport.
How unfortunate. I know how much you like to fight, so I'll add a new problem to your night.
Who redeemed that? I don't have anything on my thing. Nothing on my alert thing. Who redeemed that? It caught me off guard. I got scared. I thought it was part of the video.
Speed between doors 20% faster, which reduces the time it takes to teleport from 3 seconds to 2.4, which saves a little over half a second. This can work in any build with any playstyle, but since it only works with his security doors, it's best used in either a stealthy playstyle or a gen control focused build. Never a bad choice, but not so strong that you need to run it all the time.
I don't like streamers, and the reason I don't run streamers most of the time is because I don't want to get used to it. It's similar to why I'm trying to like not run Celebrate Poster all the time and failing at it miserably. I don't want it to become something where it's like I can only play this character with this add-on.
Security Guard's badge increases the duration of the undetectable status that you get from teleport.
Menu makes it so if the axe is embedded in the environment, you can pick it back up 20% faster. So if you miss your axe or throw it at a door or something, you can get it back faster.
By 50%. This means you'll have no terror radius or red stain for 30 whole seconds as opposed to the usual 20. It's worth noting that you also can't have your aura revealed by perks and add-ons during this time. However, if survivors reveal you using the security cameras, they are still able to see your aura.
I've never realized that on security badge, there's a little Chica on the top. And there's Freddy. Where's Foxy? Where's Foxy, chat? Where's Bonnie? I hate it here.
This add-on is very useful for stealth-focused gameplay, especially on indoor maps or on maps where DAR spawns are somewhat far from the generators, like the Swamp or the Red Forest maps. It's a consistently good pick that's always useful, but not a must-have similar to streamers, so they'll be ranked similarly.
So the thing with badge that I will say is I feel like badge is actually a lot, like I would actually put badge in A tier at the moment. I would put badge in A tier at the moment. I think badge is really, really strong at the moment, but I think once survivors actually start using the cameras, badge is going to go down in tiers. I think it's actually going to become less powerful if survivors actually start using cameras. That's my one caveat with it. But no one is right now, so I would put it in A tier. I think 10 seconds of extra undetectability for something you're already doing. I think I like that. I just don't like having a red stain, Yoshi. I think it's more powerful than people give it credit for.
Ripped Curtain is an add-on that seems a lot better than it actually is.
Okay, Yoshi. Yoshi. Come here, come closer, come closer, come closer, come closer. All that shit you talked about Ripped Curtain, all that shit. You DM'd me. We talked in voice comms or voice chat for like an hour about it. You talk shit about it on Kassir's podcast. And you put it in C tier? Okay.
This
Alright,
add-on inflicts
moving on.
Mangled, which makes survivors heal 25% slower, and Hemorrhage, which makes survivor healing progress regress if they are not being healed. It also makes pools of blood drop more frequently, which can be useful for tracking. These status effects last for 60 seconds. So, what exactly is the problem, you might be asking? Well, even though the add-on says when an axe hits a survivor, this effect does not apply when downing a survivor with your power, only when you injure them with it. It does also apply if you hit a survivor into the deep wound state while they have endurance, since the axe embeds in their back, so it's not completely awful, but it's not as strong as you would think. It is an anti-heal add-on at the end of the day, just not very good, and can use a buff, whether it's the duration being increased or just activating when downing somebody with the power. Party hat.
It's going good, Hero. Welcome in. This is a small critique with how you're placing some of these. I would honestly put menu actually in player preference rather than always useful. Because if you're not going for crazy hits and you're not missing the axe, like, I know that's a weird thing, you know, it's just hit your axe forehead. But if you're not missing it that much, then you don't really have a use for it. Right? It's like bringing, it would be like me bringing reload add-ons on Deathslinger when I know I'm not going to fire a shot. It's like, I don't know. Like, it's still useful in case I do, but like, I'm not going to. You know what I mean? You can use it to disable can. That's true. Yeah, yeah. Okay, never mind. Non-stop for the last 2 days. What happened? Hero, what happened?
That is a weird add-on. It makes the axe's AoE grow to 250% of its normal size over the course of 3 seconds, but the AoE disappears 50% faster, which makes it only last 7.5 seconds instead of 15. This actually allows you to deny the effect of the Foxy's Hook add-on from survivors, or force the debuff effect of Chica's Bib more easily. It also makes using Endo CPU much easier, and gives more consistent wall hack info than even Rotten Pizza. This add-on takes a surprising amount of finesse to actually use effectively, and only works with playstyles where you're going out of your way to miss your axe tosses, making it not super strong nor worth using unless you're dedicated to making it work. Next, we have one of the worst.
So we tried Party Hat last night with Indo CPU on the Hubris build. We tried that. I thought it would be good. Also, I'll move my model real quick. I thought it would be good. It was not nearly as good as I thought it would be. Even the wall hacks really didn't come in handy. Again, the wall hacks messed me up more than helped me most of the time. 10 seconds. I thought it permanently did it as long as the axe was on the cam. I guess it is 10 seconds. No one uses them, so I don't throw them at the doors.
Add-ons in Springtrap.
I just realized what add-on is on the screen right now. Get it out of my face. Get it out. Go away.
Personal. Office Phone. I
Go away.
love Office Phone, but I would never say that it's good or worth using outside of very specific builds. What it does is make survivors within 24 meters of a survivor that has your axe in their back become inflicted with the Oblivious status effect, which makes them unable to hear your heartbeat, and the Broken status effect, which makes them unable to heal. It also shows them the aura of the axe wall within range, so they know where that teammate is, and even gives them a buff by letting them remove the axe from their teammate 50% faster, making it only a 2.5 second interaction. This is a very complicated add-on with a lot going on, so let's break down the good and the bad.
The good. Yes, I'm kidding. Yeah, I did watch your critique on the animatronic. I agreed with a lot of it. Not all of it, but I agreed with a lot of it. I like how Office Phone can give info that sometimes is the key word there. This is a Hail Mary add-on. I guess is the best way to describe it. Can it do something? Yes. Is that thing good? Sometimes. How often will it do this thing in a way where you even notice it did it? Very seldomly.
Firstly, the good. If the survivor that has the axe in their back runs by teammates that are injured, you get a ton of useful advantages and info. You'll know there are injured survivors nearby that can't hear your heartbeat, and that allows you to make some sneaky plays, or just have good info to prevent things like flashlight, pallet, or sabotage saves. It also makes it so if they're actively healing, their heal progress is paused temporarily. If you have perks that inflict hemorrhage or ripped curtain, their heal progress will also regress. Now for the bad. This is extremely impractical to use and very difficult to get value out of without specific niche scenarios with very unoptimized builds.
There you go.
Since it also reveals the aura of the person with the axe, it technically by proxy reveals your location, making the Oblivious pointless without a very specific perk like Hex Face the Darkness. Since Oblivious survivors can't hear the terror radius and Face the Darkness only works when they're outside of your terror radius, it gives Phone a niche use case. But you could also just run Security Guard's badge or Oblivious perks. Not to mention, it makes taking out the axe faster, so you're forced to run it with Greasy Paper Plate, which already isn't a great add-on. There's one other add-on it works with that I enjoy, being the Celebrate poster, but we'll discuss that when we get to it. This add-on is garbage, don't use it. Springtrap's rare add-ons are where we start getting into more playstyle defining add-ons.
So I think the thing with this, right, is that, like, Office Phone, like, okay, even to a degree with, like, the plate, or the pizza, right, I can see a use case. For Party Hat, I can see a definable use case. And when I'm using it, like, if I'm using it in that specific build or scenario, I'm like, yes, I got value from it, cool. Same with the pizza. My biggest issue with Phone is that a lot of times the value just doesn't seem, like, you can't tell it did anything. I love Office Phone, it sucks, don't use it.
As well as some of the more powerful ones that he has in his kit. These are best used by those already comfortable with the base power and lower rarity add-ons, as they transform the way his kit works a bit too much and could end up actually forming bad habits or messing with your game sense and muscle memory. This isn't meant to scare you from using them. Just know if you don't have a lot of them, you shouldn't get too comfortable with using them every game, because when you run out, you will feel so lost without them. Purple Guy Drawing is a chased-focused add-on that rewards you for landing your axe hits. It makes it so survivors that have the axe in their back have their auras revealed for 3 seconds when doing the following: a fast or medium vault on a window, fast vaulting a pallet, fast vaulting out of a locker, and also into lockers for a split second before the aura block that they naturally have activates. This even includes silent vaults from survivor perks like Cut Loose and Quick and Quiet, which isn't the case with the killer perk I'm All Ears that has a very similar effect. It also reveals their aura for 6 seconds if they remove the axe from themselves. Both of these reveals don't have a range limit and can have their durations increased by the perk Lethal Pursuer.
Behind the scenes, Yoshi losing his mind with playing with Freddy's Hat for like 3 days straight to get I lost my mind and I only did it for like a day.
They can also have their effects blocked by perks like Boon Shadow Step and Distortion on the survivor side. The aura reveal allows you to line up another shot if you recall the axe after the rushed action, and even after they remove it, or it can allow you to mind game the survivors during the chase while you're able to see them. It's a good add-on, and a fun one to use, especially when paired with Greasy Paper Plate or Celebrate Poster. It's not always guaranteed value, but it's fairly consistent. Freddy's Hat is an add-on I actively despise using and think is one of his worst add-ons. It doubles the weight of the axe, making it fall much sooner after throwing it. This makes it not go as high or as far, but the faster fall speed actually makes hitting survivors crouching behind obstacles or on the other side of walls easier and more consistent in some cases. It makes it so you don't always have to waste time backing up when lining up orbital shots over walls, which is a nice upside to it. However, it cuts your effective range in half from 16 meters to 8, and very obviously messes with your muscle memory because of that. It can also make activating AoE effect add-ons a little faster since the axe hits the ground sooner, but I don't see that as a reason to run it when you can just look down. You can learn to play with it, and even prefer it over the base kit, but in doing so, you're actively limiting yourself to always having one add-on slot, as the other has to be this add-on, and that destroys a lot of the build synergies that he has. Because of this, I'm actually going to put it in the same tier as Help Wanted add, since they're both personal preference add-ons, but Freddy's Hat is not one I would recommend, especially for those new to the character. Foxy's Hook is one of Springtrap's...
I only recommend Freddy's Hat. The only players I recommend Freddy's Hat to. One, if you genuinely enjoy how it feels. If that's how you if you enjoy how Freddy's Hat feels, go for it, right? But like Yoshi said, you're limiting yourself by requiring an add-on. The only other kinds of people I would recommend Freddy's Hat to are people who love the orbitals. If you like the orbital playstyle, run Freddy's Hat. It will make them much more consistent. You'll be able to line them up better, and they're a lot harder to dodge. But understand the downsides. That's all I'm going to say. Should replace the axe sauce with the pizza wheel. It should add a hat on top of Springtrap. That's what it should do.
Best add-ons and is very easy to use since it's an add-on that's effect comes from the axe's AoE. It gives any player, survivor or killer, that walks into the range 7% haste that lingers for 3 seconds once they exit the range. You might see this and think, why would I want to make this survivor 7% faster? However, when you consider that it's when you throw and miss your axe, you're not just moving 7% faster from Foxy's Hook, but also another 5% faster since you don't have your axe equipped. This makes you a 122% move speed killer, while the survivors will move at 107. You can also throw it in a way where only you get the benefit from the speed boost, or just play them as if you were going for hits and use it to catch up to them when you miss your axes.
So the other thing with Foxy's Hook too, my gameplay is covering the... Oh, whoops. I forgot that was there. Hang on. The other thing with Foxy's Hook 2 is similar to like the math behind Celebrate poster. If you and the survivor are both going 7% faster, that means the chase is happening 7% faster. Even if, let's say they stun you with a pallet, they vault something, and then they keep doing this over and over again, right? The chase is still happening 7% faster. You do go over that? Okay, cool. Because that's the thing with it. A lot of times I will like, and the other thing is like, oh, it makes the survivor 7% faster. This is true, but let's say you throw it at the survivor, it misses, right? But the AoE still hits them and you catch up. They're gonna lose the haste as you get it because it's 3 seconds. So then you're still able to catch up. You didn't really technically lose any ground. So like, yeah, I really do think people saw the nerf, thought it made it bad, and were like, never again. When I think the utility it provides is too good. It allows you to
play loops in a different way with the speed. It helps you catch up when you miss. And even if they try to use it against you, you still get value and benefits from it due to you naturally being faster than them. This means you can force pallets down sooner, for example, or even switch targets to another nearby survivor you might have seen. It's almost always a good and useful option, even with its potential to backfire against you. It's super fun and easy to use, while also pairing well with add-ons like Restaurant Menu.
It's super fun and easy to use. There's a joke here with Purple Guy drawing. I'm not gonna fucking make.
Giving it a high ranking on the list. Next, we have a similar add-on that isn't as good. Chica's Bib makes survivors within the Axe's AoE exhausted, and this effect lingers for 5 seconds once they leave it. This is good at extending exhaustion durations by pausing the timer if you already have perks like Mindbreaker or Blood Echo, and can even be used to outright deny some exhaustion perks used mid-chase like Lithe, Overcome, or Dramaturgy by throwing it slightly ahead of the survivor or at an object close to them. Being able to prevent Dead Hard is also possible, but more difficult than the perks listed prior. Surprisingly, the best use of this add-on is to counter head-on, since you can throw the axe at a locker if you think that the survivor's inside. The Killer Instinct will reveal them, Chica's Bib will exhaust them, and you'll get a free down whether they stay in the locker or attempt to jump out and you grab them. It can even let you counter Iron Will if you throw your axe at a wall that you can't hear the survivor on the other side of, since the perk doesn't work while they're exhausted. However, this add-on unfortunately doesn't help with dealing with Sprint Burst, which is an exhaustion perk that counters Springtrap the hardest. Not to mention, if they for whatever reason don't have exhaustion perks, or even if they do but they're also running the perk Vigil, this add-on is completely ineffective, and you'd never know why, which is why I place it on the lower end of the list. For the final rare add-on, we have what is by far Springtrap's strongest add-on, and one that I expect to be nerfed or reworked in the future due to how powerful it currently is. Bonnie's Guitar Strings allows you to see the progress of generators based on the color of their aura.
This add-on is so good that it's like repressed memory. It's like a repressed memory for me that it exists.
While you're in a security door. This does have a downside of reducing the duration of your undetectable after teleporting by 50%, which cuts it clean in half, making it last 10 seconds. The fact that you can simply jump in a door to find where people are and what gen they're doing is insanely powerful, and this effect becomes even stronger with gen regression perks. Using this with Pop Goes the Weasel, Call of Brine, Eruption, Overcharge, Dead Man Switch, Hex Ruin, or even things like Machine Learning and Nowhere to Hide is very oppressive against even very good Survivor teams. This is an add-on so strong.
So I've heard a couple ideas to change Bonnie's. I've heard that suggestion, make it like 11 soda, where you only see the aura while you're going through the doors. The problem with that one is the way the auras work when you're in the doors is they're above you, and I think your camera's locked. So it would have to linger a little bit afterwards. I'd be cool with that though. I think that could work if you see the aura the most progressed gen, or like the aura colors like after you come out. That would be I think that would work. My suggestion has always been just make it so you teleport slower. But I've been told by multiple people if that was the case, the add-on would become D tier and no one would ever use it. So I don't know.
Strong and easy to use that you may begin to actually rely on it and actively make your game sense and macro knowledge worse. If you're simply just looking for the strongest stuff and trying to play to win every match, feel free to just slap this on. Springtrap's Very Rares are his most transformative series of add-ons. They all have a gimmick to them that requires you to build around them in a specific way and change the way that you play them entirely.
Yeah, I can see it. So where it's like you teleport and you teleport, you come through the door, and once you're through the door, you get like 3 seconds of being able to see the progression of the generators. I could see that. And then that would also make the downside more apparent too, because the only being undetectable for 10 seconds means that you still have to walk over there or go back in the door, obviously. But it would take more time, right? The more I think about it, that would kind of combine my nerf idea with its downside having an actual tangible use while making it not like a super powerful thing you can just use at the beginning of the game. And it doesn't make it too weak. It still does its function. It would just take longer. The downside would have a purpose. And it wouldn't be, again, just hop in a door and get the aura. You would actually have to like think about it. And you could also let's say your map knowledge is good, or you're running something like Barbecue and Chili, let's say. You could hook somebody, go in a door, teleport to the other side of the map to where you saw the survivors' auras, or a gearhead or something. Come out of the door, and you can see the progression on the gen nearby without actually having to walk over to it. So it would have other forms of utility as well. Some that it already has, but like it would be more tangible. I like that idea.
These are some of the most fun add-ons he has to offer, but none of them are very easy to use unless you're already fairly comfortable with playing the killer. Starting us off is probably the simplest of the very rare add-ons with Loot Bag. This add-on blocks the exit gates for survivors that
write that down, Yoshi. Write that down.
Within 12 meters of that survivor. This add-on is literally only useful in the endgame, and thus should only be used in endgame builds or with an endgame perk or two in your build. It can guarantee an extra hook or even a kill after the gates have been opened, as long as you land your shot similar to a perk like No Way Out, and when paired with something like Blood Warden, Rancor, or Noed, you can make some insane comebacks using this bad boy. However, it's not super practical, as you won't always get to the endgame, and even if you do, sometimes they just won't put you in a situation where you're able to use it. Very funny, but also very niche, unfortunately.
I've tried Loot Bag so many times. That one clip that went kind of viral I made on like day 3 is honestly the only time I tangibly got use out of Loot Bag. I know why they got rid of the incapacitated effect, and I know some people would hate this. I do personally think Loot Bag should have some other effect. My suggestion, and I know people are going to hate this one too, I think it should be Franklin's Demise. But for Springtrap's axe. Not the item depletion, but like they drop the item if you hit them with the axe. On top of the exit gate thing. What if it increases the axe's weight by 100%? I don't know, that seems too niche, and I don't think many people would like that. Is that dot 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 for me or noob, Yoshi? Just spitballing. My other suggestion was blindness. Too powerful? Yeah, it's too powerful.
Endo CPU is similar to Foxy's Hook in that it gives you a buff when you're in the Axe's area of effect. It lets you kick pallets, breakable walls, and generators 25% faster while within the AoE, and the effect lingers for 5 seconds after leaving it. When paired with perks like Brutal Strength, Fire Up, or Enduring, this lets you chew through pallets very quickly. However, survivors like to greed pallets against Springtrap due to how strong his zoning is, so you might not get much use out of it all the time. When used with Foxy's Hook and even Party Hat in a match where the survivors play in a way that allows you to use it, the value you'll get is actually pretty good. Not a bad add-on, just not super strong. This next one is my favorite.
I love Yoshi. I love that you had to make a whole tier just for loot bag. I just noticed that you had to make a whole tier just for loot bag. That's funny. What was I gonna say? No, I don't mind that idea either. That would be a cool add-on. I kind of wish Endo CPU did more. Its effect is fine. It's just I don't know. Unless you're running a build around it, I just don't think it's worth it most of the time. It's cool. It can be good. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't know. Increased fault. No, that would be interesting. That would also mean like instead of running Foxy's Hook with Celebrate Poster like a lot of people do, you could run Endo CPU instead.
Favorite add-on in the entire game. Celebrate Poster absolutely rules. When a survivor has...
Hang on, Chad. I gotta do something. Hang on. We're talking about Celebrate Poster. Hang on. Okay.
The axe in their back, every player, both survivor and killer, within 32 meters of that survivor gain a 12% movement speed boost and vault 20% faster. This add-on is absolutely bonkers, pure chaos, and stupid fun to use. It's similar to Foxy's Hook, where you actually gain the 12% and the additional 5% base kit for not having the axe in your inventory, making it actually give you 17% haste. Using this in tandem with other haste perks like batteries included or unbound, you go so fast that it guarantees grabs at times. The 20% vault speed also stacks with vault speed perks, like Superior Anatomy and Bamboozle, making chases lightning fast by opening up entirely new ways to play the chase. It shines the most when paired with Greasy Paper Plate, so they can't force the axe back into your hand, or Office Phone, since the speed will make them more likely to run into their teammates, allowing you to cause even more chaos.
Yoshi, I love how you try to throw Office Phone a bone there.
Now, since all players receive this speed, this does allow them to use it altruistically, like to take protection hits or go for risky flashlight blinds. However, these are things you can play around once you learn the add-on. It's hard to tell just how strong it is, but I personally think it's one of his better ones. Maybe once survivors learn how to use it against him, it'll become weaker, but for now it's one of my personal favorites.
Yoshi, did you see my meme for Celebrate Poster, by the way? It's in the Discord, hang on. No? Okay, hang on. Oh, you saw part of it, by the way. Springtrap always feels good. Well, even if it's like it's a very simple shot, it still always feels good to hit it. But Celebrate Poster giving you that, like, rocket up your ass while you're doing it, it's just, oh, it's so good. Axe on
Now, onto another one of his strongest add-ons, we have Axis Panel. This add-on has a lot of moving parts to it, so I'll break it down piece by piece, explaining each effect. The first and most important, straightforward thing it does is reveal survivors to you via Killer Instinct when they're within 4 meters of any security door and you are aiming your axe. This means if they're on a generator that's close to a door,
yes, I can believe it. You're my friend, of course you are.
If they spawn by a door at the start of the match, you can TP straight to them and have a chase immediately. If they're using the cameras, you'll see what door and camera they're on and be able to teleport to them. If they run by a door or are hiding by a door at some point, you will see.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm listening to what you're saying. I was just watching that Nancy fail that flashbang save when she could have just dropped the pallet. we just gotta just
Have a
just
chase
just watch the Nancy chat.
If they're using the cameras, you'll see what door and camera they're on and be able to teleport to them. If they run by a door or are hiding by a door,
Just drop the pat. Okay. Your friendships are coherent on liking. Yes. It's contingent on liking access panel. Yoshi, the day you stop liking access panel, it's the day we can't be friends anymore.
at some point, you will see them. This is a lot of free and very powerful information that's just a third of what this add-on does. Honestly, if it just did this, it would still be strong, but it has more to it. The second thing it does is show the numbers of the doors to you floating above them through walls. So if someone's using it,
I'm gonna be honest about the doors thing. I think that should be base kit. Genuinely, I think that should be base kit. I don't know if it should only do it like when you're holding the axe up or not, but I don't know. That's such a feel-good thing, and part of the reason I was really falling in love with Access Panel was just that. It let me plan my moves ahead like 3 steps. Because I would be like out in the middle of nowhere, not near a door. Pull the axe up and be like, okay, 7's by that gen over there. Let me hop at a door and then go to 7. I didn't have to think about it once I was in the door. It was really kind of nice. I kind of wish that was base kit. As far as the hitting people through doors part, as much as I love this add-on and would love for that to be good, it's kind of not outside of niche situations, but it is fun as hell. And if survivors actually start using the cameras, it'll actually get some use. But the fact that it shows you the auras of people next, or the killer instinct of people next to doors, is just insane. It's Bonnie's guitar. Like, if Bonnie's guitar gets nerfed and becomes like B tier, Access Panel will be probably the next one. But I think Access Panel is healthy because it has a range limit. And technically speaking, if you throw an axe through a door and the survivors see it, they know you have it, so they can play around it. The other cool thing about Access Panel, I tell everybody, is because people are like struggling getting office grabs. Understandably so, but if you really want to try to go for them, bring Access Panel. Wait for you to see the killer instinct directly next to a door, hop in a door and wait. There is a chance they're going through that door somewhere else.
a camera, you aim your axe and see the killer instinct, you'll also know what number door they're on. So why is this important? For the third part of the add-on, which allows you to throw your axe through doors. For those who don't know, when Springtrap or a survivor travels through a door, the doors become linked. So if you teleport from, say, door 1 to door 7, door 1 becomes linked to door 7. However, 7 will not be linked to 1 unless you teleport back through. So if you teleport from 1 to 7, then walk or teleport back to 1, and a survivor is using cam 7, you can throw your axe through door 1 and it will hit them off of cam 7. This isn't super...
You know one of my favorite comments on one of my videos? I'll see if I can find it. I do not mean to shame this person, but it was really, really funny. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, it was like 2 days ago. Where's the comment?
Please deposit 5 coins.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. No. No. Did they delete their comment? I think they deleted their comment. So the comment basically, it was on my linking doors video, like my short explaining it, and the guy was like, how does linking doors work? Brother, watch the video. It's just...
For practical or
You know what?
useful,
Moving
but
on.
can lead to some funny moments. The most important thing this add-on gives you is information with the killer instinct and the door numbers. Now, this add-on also has a bit of an awkward downside. Normally, if you throw your axe at a door without this add-on, it'll stick to the door and deactivate the door for survivors, meaning they can't teleport to it or view that camera. However, since this add-on makes your axe travel through, you can no longer do that. So instead, you have to stick your axe to the sides or the back of the door. Nothing super major, but still worth noting.
You can also hit the top of the door where the camera is. There's a little spot right here it'll stick to as well.
You would think these two add-ons would be super complicated or transformative with a lot going on, but they're surprisingly a lot more simple than both his rare and very rare add-ons. If anything, these will be some of the easiest to explain. Starting with Iridescent Remnant, this add-on makes it so if you start to teleport to a door, all upright pallets within 32 meters of that door are blocked for 12 seconds. Just to clarify, this effect activates as soon as you start the animation of walking through the office and ends when your undetectable is about halfway over, which is slightly before the midway point.
So, I will say, Yoshi, I think especially day one, I think me and you both kind of underestimated how good Remnant can be. There are, like, I ran it for a little while combined with Blood Favor. And while I don't think it's amazing, it definitely had its moments. Even as Survivors pre-ran, the fact that they had to was actually really, really, really nice. Remnant and Easy Explain would never go together in the normal. It was really nice in a lot of those situations. I comboed it with Bonnie's guitar for obvious reasons, but like I don't know. It had its moments. I really do think that the two of us in particular definitely undersold this add-on at the start. I think we're both coming around on it a little bit more though.
Assuming you're not running Bonnie's guitar or security badge. This means it gives the survivors a heads up that you're teleporting to them, allowing them to run from you earlier than they otherwise might. For those who don't know, the screen on the door will actually flash when anyone is teleporting from or to that door, survivor or killer. So survivors already know that you're coming, but only if they can see the screen. If your door is around a corner or behind a wall outside of line of sight, they won't know until they hear you come out of the door. However, this add-on will actually notify them early, making it really bad for stealth. However, it's not absolutely terrible, as it can be paired with perks like Blood Favor to make it so survivors can't use any pallets when caught off guard by this add-on.
Mm-hmm.
Not my personal favorite, but I don't think it's garbage. It's just alright. I would buff it to not activate until after the TP is completed, but maybe reduce the duration to 10 seconds, and reduce the range to 24 meters maybe. Not sure if that would be overkill. Finally, we have Fazcoin. Luckily, this is easier to explain than Remnant.
I listened to the Kassir podcast, and I immediately DM'd Zet. And my exact words to Zet were, I heard you were talking shit about Fazcoin. I fucking love this add-on. I don't care what anyone says. This add-on's great.
Remnant was. Once you throw your axe, it gains a 24 meter terror radius until you recall it. You also gain the undetectable status effect for 10 seconds after you throw it. Unfortunately, terror radius based perks like Starstruck or Chlorophobia don't activate on the axe's terror radius. But this add-on makes you harder to detect by proxy of essentially extending your terror radius as a sort of red herring. It can also be used to remove your red stain in chase when you toss the axe, allowing you to trick survivors into thinking you might have left the chase only to mind game them. Or you could even use it as an on-demand undetectable while walking around the map if you don't have a door close by for you to use. If you hit a survivor with your axe, it'll actually still activate the add-on, giving the survivor a 24 meter terror radius similar to Dark Devotion until they remove the axe or you call it back. It's also very funny when paired with the Axis panel, since you could essentially throw your terror radius through a door and scare people that are probably just chilling on a gen expecting you to teleport to them. Overall, it's pretty strong and very flexible add-on, and it's a lot of fun that works in almost any build with any playstyle. Overall, Springtrap has some of, if not the best add-on design in the entire game in my opinion. The fact that he can build around playing like a basic M1 killer, an M2 projectile chase killer, a stealth killer, or a hyper-mobile killer that's good at controlling gens, while also having a lot of fun gimmick add-ons that allow for silly, unique styles of gameplay, is why I love this killer so much. I hope that I was able to show and explain that to you so that you're able to experiment with and discover your own playstyles with them. If you learned something new, or found a build that you really enjoy, leave it in the comments below and I might try it out for myself. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on both Twitch and Blue Sky. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yoshi, why is your profile picture Sombra? You got something you need to tell me, Yoshi? I like it. Okay. For those that want to support the homie, by the way, I'll link this. Back when he did Overwatch. I guess it doesn't change. That's weird. I will put this into Twitch chat. I always hit inspect instead of paste. I'll put that into Twitch chat, and I'll put it in the YouTube chat for those who were there. Link this. Back when you did. It was good. It was good though. It was good though. Also, I just realized I am so sorry to my Twitch or to my YouTube chat. It wasn't showing up on over here on the Twitch side. Here, hang on. I'll fix that. Oh god. I don't know why it wasn't combining. Purple Meanie, Luna, and Xenog, I am so sorry. It's supposed to combo the chats. I don't know why it wasn't. I hate you. Yes, I hate my YouTube chat. Springtrap isn't strong enough to get hit with another nerf. I partly disagree, and the thing is, I also don't think Springtrap is weak enough to not need a nerf, if that makes any sense. I can see some buffs happening, but I think Bonnie's Guitar Strings encourages a very unhealthy gameplay style for him, I feel. Oh, I meant to put that link in the chat, by the way. For the YouTube people, there's the link to Yoshi's video. Oh, shut up. You just got spring locked. It's not that big of a deal, man. Happens to all of us. One thing, Yoshi, I will say, I feel like you didn't really go over too many, like, build options you could do with them. I think I mean, you did. You kind of, like, touched on them with each one. I just thought you were going to go a little bit more in depth with it. Stop being a bitch. What if Bonnie's Guitar Strings downside was Freddy's hat? Noob, you just want to watch everybody suffer. Yeah, that's the other thing Yoshi points out. You know, if they nerf Bonnies, they can buff other things, right? It's one of those situations like, I bring this up with Blight a lot, right? It's like once you remove hug text or make it intentional, well, now we can balance the character around that fact, right? I'm trying to think of another character we've seen this with. Chucky's, I think, Chucky's probably the best example of this, right? The problem with Chucky was you couldn't really do anything until Manual Scamper was removed. Once they removed Manual Scamper, they were able to adjust him in ways. Some that not all of us agreed with, but they were able to adjust him in ways. The difference between Legion and Wraith having add-ons like that is that Wraith is a basic M1 killer, and Legion is a basic M1 killer. That's the difference. That is the pure difference between them and Springtrap with it. I've never been a big fan of add-ons that like completely overshadow every other add-on just because of how good they are either. I've said the same thing about Chucky before, right? It's the reason why I've always wanted Power Drill nerfed or reverted or changed in some way, shape, or form. Is that I hate how good this add-on almost always is. It shouldn't be percent beige. It should be solid amounts. It's just, I don't know. What if Bonnie's just gave Springtrap Bardic inspiration? He does gens faster? I like it. I like it. He just starts shredding? Yeah. No, he plays the song from the movie. He does like what Bonnie and Freddy, like when they're on stage for no reason at the end of the movie playing. What if Bonnie's made Springtrap into William Whopper? with the Springtrap sauce. I'm not gonna lie, did anyone watch the food theory episode where they did like the FNAF based food? The man behind the Whopper. And make Eerie Remnant block windows. I'd be cool with Eerie Remnant blocking windows. I actually think that's fine. Celebrate posts are going back 20%. I'd be cool with it. I just don't think it's necessary. Nah, I really don't watch him too much anymore. That was one of MatPat's last ones, though, was the food theory for FNAF stuff. But they did one for like a Springtrap steak, which was really it looks so good. So the way it works, I love how they did this. So it's a deep fried steak. Okay, deep fried steak. It's a deep fried steak, and then you put an egg yolk on top of it, and then you put an egg yolk on top of it, and then you fry it again, and then once it's fried again, then you smush 2 pieces of bread in between the egg yolk. It looked fucking delicious. I'm not gonna lie. But it was really cool, like, their reasoning behind it. It's like he gets burned, and then he gets burned. Like, that's why this steak gets fried twice, right? You deep fry it once, and then you fry it again with the egg on it, so it's fried again, so it gets fried twice. And then the sandwich and the egg yolk is like him getting spring-trapped, because the egg yolk goes all over the steak. So fucking cool. I am also just now remembering I am Southern, so the idea of egg on steak is actually really good for me. And when you're done eating, you need to go to the bathroom. That's the where he always goes back. I hate this fucking place. I hate this place.
Please deposit 5 coins.
Never. Skibbity trap. Skibbity trap. Fucking, I can't. What would the eternal hell part be? I don't know who's raiding me. Who's raiding me? Lost Warrior VT, thank you for the raid. I don't know why my alert thing isn't working, or my Twitch chat isn't connecting to... You know what? Hang on a second. Welcome to Rage, this is Figment. I'm a Dead by Daylight streamer. There you go. I can talk. I used to main Chucky. Now we've been maining Springtrap for like 3 weeks now. But thank you for the raid. Ugh. The high blood pressure, yes, of eating a deep fried steak with eggs on it. If you're just joining us, by the way, we're testing Help Wanted poster, or Help Wanted and machine learning, because, I don't know, I wanted to test it. It has not been going good. Wouldn't that be hell for you and not the steak? You know what? You know what?
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth. If you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You were not here to receive a gift. Nor have you been called here by the individual you assumed. Although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here. Into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection and misfortune. A maze with no prize.
Holy shit, 2 raids in a row. Rooster, thank you for the raid, by the way. Alright, everyone check out Rooster. And everyone check... everyone check out Lost Warrior, please. Support the homies. They support us. There's a million channels that get raid and they chose us. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm usually a Chucky streamer, but today for the next foreseeable future, we are streaming Sping Tap. Also, I love that Rooster interrupted your interruption, Yoshi. It's perfect. It's perfect. Springle. Springtrap and Chucky, that's crazy. I mean, they are extremely similar. As much as people will be like, no, they're not. They're nothing alike. They don't, there's nothing like them. Springtrap always comes back. This place. I knew it was a trap. But curious. No, I'm sorry. But intriguing nonetheless. Listen, William, you can just say you fucked up, alright? It's fine. None of us are gonna hate you for it. Just say you messed up. Just say you didn't know. You heard some kids laughing and you wanted to kill them. We get it, alright? We get it. I don't know why my Twitch being wet. Again, my multi-screen's being weird. Wasn't giving me alerts. And it wasn't doing YouTube chat for some reason. It was odd. Was it perks that I just saw? What, this? We're running Help Wanted, Machine Learning, Call Up Brian, and Tinkerer. Fuckers deserved it, Freddy Krueger. Does he actually say fuckers deserved it at some point in the movie? I'm sure he does. He's Freddy. Well, and so that's what I like about Afton's characterization is because either one of those like lines of thinking works. Either he's not as smart as he lets on and he was fooled by the trap, but he's such an arrogant asshole he's going to pretend he wasn't. Or he was so much of an arrogant asshole he fell for the trap on purpose.
This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away. As the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. As for most of you, I believe there is peace, and perhaps warm waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although, for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened up to swallow you whole. So, don't keep the devil waiting, old friend.
Please deposit 5 coins.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Was that the bite of 87?
There it is. There it is. Thank you. Is he stupid or is he... Exactly. Exactly. So much interpretation. Oh, that speech is so fucking good. Oh, man. I cannot get over how good that speech is. The delivery, the words used, it's so good. Is his ego far up his ass? Yeah. Williams? Yes, 100%. I got a totem to get. That's not a totem. So, Midwich, I still think is Springtrout's worst map, but... it does have a couple of cool things you can do with it. Why didn't William just call the fire department? Is he stupid? I will still never get over the fucking irony of the entity giving William his a fire axe as his weapon. I just, it's so funny to me. Am I crazy? I feel like, I was gonna say, I feel like I just saw somebody.
Please deposit 5 coins.
It's William's True Hell. Can I get there in time? Big brain. uh, I wonder if someone's tested how good this would be on Kaneki. I still think people underestimate just how good the Killer Instinct he does is. Hello. Oh.
You will submit.
I'm the best.
La destruction de l'espoir.
Wait, is that fucking King Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul? That raises so many other questions. Hot damn, my guys. Fuck me. I saw like no gen progress a minute ago. What happens? What no Bonnie's does to a motherfucker. I mean, I guess they're paying for it a little bit now. Dumb question about Celebrate Poster I never really thought about. They don't... Did the other people get the extra vault speed or just the extra movement speed? Yeah, I think they're gonna pay for that gen rush, it feels. Not fully, but to a degree. Receive the vault speed? Okay. I wasn't sure. I might check after this just to make sure. All players nearby receive vaults. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I guess they are gonna pay for... I guess they are gonna pay for, the vault, the rush.
Your struggle will end soon.
Oh. I'm the best. I'm the best, chat. 4K, baby! I cannot believe that went the way it did. Spring tab. Ugh. What do they have? Chemical, Lucky Break head on. I didn't even notice that on the Hattie, to be honest. Bond, Detective, Botany. I mean, brand new part in Deja Vu, I guess will do it. Mm-mm-mm. Brand new parts currently does, during the installation, with his difficult skill check, upon completing it, reduces the charge of the gem by 10. Permanently, by the way. Permanently. Okay, yeah, all survivors. Okay, they get the vault speed too. I was just curious. I was trying to think of a devious way to use Celebrate poster. That thing was cracked as hell. Everything in old DVD was cracked as hell. What do you mean? There, Chad, I got one fast coin. 4 more and I can finally deposit. There, I got 2. The gen rush down to 2, and I somehow managed to full hold them and win a 4K 3 more. It's one of those things, and that's why, like, I think Scott said it best in his video. Now, again, I do not agree with Scott on most things. I actually disagree with Scott quite a lot. But the video Scott did today talking about how killers are saying their matches are miserable and things are Scott Cawthon. Yes, Scott Cawthon. How matches are miserable and things are like it's killer is so much harder right now. I think Scott put on basically debunked a lot of the issues people are having right now. And like I think that match is a good example of it, right? Yeah, 3 gens flew at the start of the match. I had a bad first couple chases, I feel. Right? I left one, the other one I messed up. I didn't commit to another one. But basically saying like the first gen is gonna pop. The first 2 gens are probably gonna pop too. It's not that big of a deal. You can easily recover from that. It just doesn't feel good is the problem. But unfortunately, it's just how the game is going to be for a little while, I feel. I hate when survivors pop to gens. Okay, chat, I gotta get a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Well, Springtrap, entertain them. Do the head thing. Do the head thing while I'm gone. Did he do it? Did he do the headbutt thing? Do the roar. Hang on. I'm writing that down. I'm making that a meme later. Do the roar. What do you mean he didn't do it? Son of a bitch. You're useless, William. Shrek trap. I mean, you could easily make a Shrek skin for Springtrap. I'm just saying. I mean, if we're gonna go Fortnite, why don't we just, do fucking whole 9 yards, Why did I sound like Boomhauer for a second? Man, you're just gonna take a Springtrap and, whoo, that missing kids, I killed you, and you killed me. Charlotte, why'd you kill that guy? What TTV motes? What the fuck? And I'm failing miserably, as there's a reason I don't play Survivor much.
Ladies and gentlemen of the community, I, William Afton, stand before you humbled and understanding. The charges against me and the identity of Fazbear Entertainment as a whole have been found unwarranted, as no evidence of wrongdoing has been found in our safe establishment. However, what hurts more than the accusations is these kids remain lost. I'm declaring my company is donating to the search efforts so the grieving parents get closure. The person responsible will get what they deserve.
And boy, did they. Hold up, I'll do that in a proper voice again. After the next one.
My name is David. Dad, I want an ice cream. David, that is my name. David the first. Want another. David.
I feel like you're trying to tell me something with that noob, and I don't know what it is. Ladies and gentlemen of the community, I, William Afton, stand before you humbled and understanding. The charges against me and the identity of Fazbear Entertainment as a whole have been found unwarranted, as no evidence of wrongdoing has been found in our safe establishment. However, what hurts more than the accusations is these kids remain lost. I'm declaring my company is donating to the search efforts to the grieving parents to get closure. The person responsible will get what they deserve, and that is a promise from me to you. Any advice for aiming the axe? I'm a horrible shot. Red, I have been asked this question like 4 or 5 times in the Discord, in a couple comments. I honestly don't have any advice. And I know it sucks to hear me say that, but you just have to get used to it. Once you get used to the arc, it's just knowing how survivors move. And even I miss a lot myself. So, like, I can't even, like, say anything. But it really is just a feeling thing. Turn your gamma down. Yes, I would like to not see the video game I'm playing. Thank you, noob. Once you understand the arc and the weight of the axe, it just becomes second nature. My biggest advice I will give is just stop thinking about it. That's honestly the biggest piece of advice I will give is don't think about it. Just throw it. Like, think about where you're going to throw it, but don't, like, hold it up trying to line the shot up perfectly. Just chuck the bitch. You can't tell if you missed if you can't see shit. I fired it, I missed. And I got RPD, and I missed. I missed both times. And then I fired, and then I missed. This went on for several hours. Or did they do it? I will never get over that. Don't fuck with the chuck. Yeah. Don't fuck with the chuck. Just chuck the axe, man. Just pretend Chucky's on the end of it, and he's encouraging you the whole time. Damn, Steve booked it. What? Steve didn't want a part of that. Springtrap sees Chucky. I told you I'm a kid, asshole. I told you I'm not a kid, asshole.
You will see.
Did anyone just see that Dwight oh, the exposed thing happens. Okay. I was about to say, man, I just saw that shit fucking... They're gonna get him. I'm gonna head back over to the gen real quick. That still affects you? You think he's still at the door? Thank you, Purple Guy Drawing. Cool. Ooh, if I was a little bit closer. Okay. What was the other gen that was almost done? This compromises still, right? Yes. What? Was he lagging? I'll follow the advice of not thinking about it. Our survey says yes. Who do I need to play to get silly lobbies like this? Springtrap. Just play Springtrap's enough. Springtrap enough. For some reason, it always happens. I haven't checked 5 yet. Really? See, like, right there is a good example. I didn't think about it. I was just like, okay, he's gonna dodge to the right. Oh, no. I don't think I make that door. Or that gen. It's gonna pop on my way there.
Please deposit 5 coins.
Sure you want to do this? Or 5 numbers are scary. Numbers are scary. Let's be real with ourselves. Numbers have been the true enemy this whole time. I'm gonna kick this one first, so the bottom one gets the compromised effect. He kind of wasted his life there. Yeah, 100. He could have ran up the stairs. It would have been better for him. Yo, check out this sick interception. Well, it almost worked. Oh, you boil over. Whatever will I do? Whoops. It's crazy that they got the Matthew Lillard as a skin and it kind of sucks. Yeah. Let's dodge.
Welcome to the cult, pal. Thanks. You guys are the best.
Steve, you want to talk about it? Okay. Stop. Here, Steve, I'll make it up to you. Oh no, I got chem trapped. No. Ultimoto, I think that's how you say that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the cult. All nice and pretty out here. I think he tripped on his shoes.
Scream all you want.
Right, it's gonna happen. You're gonna lose the 2 gens, no matter how quick the first chase is. You just again, you just gotta accept it. Play it out the rest of it. I laughed. Steve. Good try. I. You panicked, I feel. What a kind group of gamers. What a kind group of gamers. He did the roar. He did the roar. I love you, Daddy. All right.
I promise a fun time.
That's 4, chat. I need 1 more coin. And then I can deposit 5 coins. But where's my Funtime Freddy? Don't worry about it. Funtime Freddy had to go live on a farm. I gotta put points into Bubba real quick, hang on. With Bon Bon included. Yeah, Bon Bon is with him. Oh, Bon Bon. God, the voice for Funtime Freddy is so good. Go get him. Okay. My voice is cracking. Like, I don't think I can really do voices right now. I wish they went the German Freddy out. That would have been, oh my god, the German Freddy, where it's just like, yeah, boy, that was not German. I don't know why I thought that was German. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. That's about all the German you're getting from me. Wyatt had a French accent. Don't worry about it. Prototype ruined Glamrock Freddy for Ooh, I don't hate that idea. Turn the projectile into a fucking, turn the projectile into a present. I'd love it. Oh no, you're not the only Clown Trap around. I love the Clown Trap skin. Honestly, I started using this more because I was using Glitch Trap a bunch because I like this skin, not because it's pay to win. I started using Clown Trap more because I'm working on a montage, and Glitch Trap's grabs look really so much different than the rest. It like made the montage look bad. Mamma mia, I'm walking here, Bon Bon. Is that German Freddy? That's German Freddy? Okay. Hey, yo, I'm walking here. Okay, oh, I can't even do Boston. What the fuck is wrong with me? Hey, demons. It's me, your boy. German. Hey, Bon Bon, go get my Uber Eats. Isn't that more I think it's the joke they were making, Gold. I think that was the joke they were making. Thank you for dissecting the frog. What's up, my germs? I fucking can't. I love how somehow almost every night I stream. We get to a point where like one joke happens, and then that's just the entire the entire chat for the rest of the night is just running the joke into the grounds. The intrusive thoughts are abundant here, and I love it. Well, Red, you can't see the Twitch chat. So I at least I don't think you can. So you don't. I look like a crazy person talking to random people you can't even see. Yeah, last night was just a Faz problem. Yes, Gold. Yes, it was. It drove me Faz sane. Faz sane. Mussolini was part of the fascist Italy. Hey, there you go. I didn't know we would get I didn't know we would get history facts during my streams. What was I even gonna say? I was gonna go somewhere with that. Oh yeah, I was listening to a video going over like some old Five Nights at Freddy's theories, like from back in the day. Did you know there was like it wasn't like widely accepted. There was a FNAF theory a long time ago where people thought that William Afton was a Nazi. I don't know what the evidence for this was, but it was like, it was so weird. It's like, there was a FNAF theory where people thought William Afton and the Fazbear Company as a whole was like a Nazi company. Yeah, that's the Twitch channel on the top of the screen. I don't know how well you can read it, but yeah. The animatronics are Nazi war machines built by the Nazis. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Somehow. Yeah, I don't know what the evidence for it was. I guess the evidence for it is there's no evidence against it. April MM, dev tester, yes. I want my Maurice plushie. Mickey Moose. What a name. I think they were just sniffing a lot of crack and cocaine. You know, yeah. You know, Chad, I keep saying it. I'm so glad I stream more often now. I know the YouTube side, I haven't really been posting too many videos. It's been mostly shorts as of late, because they're easier to put out. But, it has been so nice to stream more often. And again, I really do think it's helping my mental. Nice dodge, man. Brother. I just got ran by Joe Mama. Everything went perfect for that dude right there. Everything.
Insolent whelp.
Can I make it? I got stuck on logs. I gotta leave this. I need an invitation. Tinkerer pots. We're about to lose 3 gens. It's fine. I got stuck. No. Everything is going wrong for me this match. Tinkerer pops on that one. That's fine. Woo!
Deposit 5 coins.
I was gonna say, the real question is which gen did they hop back on? I'm gonna head back to 6. Listen right, Chow. Bounce landing. Oh, that's how he was doing what he was doing.
Exquisite.
Okay. Boil over lands there. I was thinking maybe. Start heading back. That gen pops. Yeah, we're down to 1 gen left. Not doing too good. Unless someone does something stupid like that.
Go on. Scream.
Oh, I thought he would run into it. No, we're still in this chat. I think everyone's on Death Hook. No, there's a couple people not. Sorry, chat. I started focusing up. At top gen. If he's back on and he's not getting a skill check. I don't know who's not on Death Hook. Is it you who's not on Death Hook? It is.
You will see.
Nice. I should have just camped it. Nice dodge. GG's. We using Freddy's hat yet? No, we're not. Of course we're not. Hmm. 2 brand new parts? Yeah, I'm not doing nothing against that. Hmm. Yeah, that balanced landing on the Felix was just... I mean, not lucky. I mean, he ran to the door. Or he ran to the main building, obviously, but... Ugh.
Please deposit 5 coins.
One day. One day I'll deposit them, Chad, I promise. I personally don't think the event pallets are that scary. I mean, all you need to do is just bait the survivor and it's a free hit. Yeah, they can be if they're set up properly. If there's 2 of them in one area preset, If there's two of them preset in like a certain area, like, and you already have it off cooldown, it can be, I don't know, it can be pretty annoying. Yes, thank you for throwing me a bone there, Gold. Thank you. Yeah, also, Red, if you were watching that match, that last hit I got on the Sable with the axe is a good example of me not really thinking about it. Sable was in front of me. She's running in a straight line. There's an object to her left. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about that all in my head subconsciously, but I'm not, like, thinking about it, like in the moment. It's like, okay, she can only dodge right, and she's not dodging when she heard the axe go up, so just aim it up and throw it. Worst thing that happens is it misses, and I just have to wait 7 seconds to throw it again, but I'm going 115 to catch her. I'm working on that video for why I think Springtrap's the axe is like perfectly designed. And that's part of the reason I think it's so well designed. Because missing isn't that punishing. And I know some people don't like that because it's like, oh, you should be punished for missing. The thing is, there's still a punishment. You don't have your axe. You're just a 115 killer. But you are given that 115 status if you miss the axe. So that encourages you to want to throw it. So you as a survivor have a chance to dodge it. But did you dodge or did you miss? I don't fucking know, dude.
It is time.
By the way, if you would like to buy a Did You Dodge or Did You Miss shirt, I will get you the link for that right now. Shameless plug. Fuck you guys.
Please deposit 5 coins.
Yeah, deposit it right into my merch store, please. If you're on the Twitch side of things, there's a link for the Dodge Miss shirt. If you're on the YouTube side of things, there's a link for the Dodger Miss shirt. Please support my artists. Chad, I think I got time for this last one. I think we'll call it. I mean, Help Wanted hasn't been terrible. Honestly, machine learning, I think, is doing more than Help Wanted is. The combo's not bad. It's just, I don't know. It's also probably not the best thing to run on Springtrap specifically, so... But it has gotten me some downs, I will say. Oh no, I /dodged the link. Oh no. I'm telling Paw and you're going to make her cry. Noob, I want you to know that Paw's tears are on your hand. And I hope you can live with yourself. Good. Oh my god, you're so heartless. Holy shit, Noob. Shit. I mean, Afton might have murdered kids, but he wasn't a dick about... Okay, actually, he kind of was. Never mind. I take back my statement. Alright, I'm gonna guess 4? It's almost right. I like how they just assume every spring trap has Foxy's hook. So they just run through the bubble. I would like to mention, that is where I spawned, by the way. Whole W gamer, though. Oh, Geralt, someone used the Shack Gen already. I wonder who that was. Stop doing that flaring shit, Leon.
It will end soon.
Also, if you have a survivor like that who's just dodging, like repeatedly, like just going around, just zone them. There's no reason not to. The next PTB is? It should be relatively soon. Hello. The Leon, I think, has decisive, by the way. He hops in there. I'm going to kick the Skull of Brine just in case they don't come back. And I'm actually going to use this to go back to 3. I have a feeling. Hang on. Did the Madman not? Wow.
Wait there.
Sorry, Leon. Up you go. Head back to 3. Yeah, the next PTB should be relatively soon. His blood stops here. Do you have decisive? That would be fun. No. I thought I just saw Geralt's fucking aura for a second.
Deposit 5 coins.
How about a 4K? Can I deposit a 4K? Is that an option? That'd be a pretty great option. Hold up. You think they'll go into... we got 3 gens left. I got time. I'm curious if they go into a door. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll deposit a 4K. Because one of them was on a cam, so I have a feeling one of them might hop into a door. It happens tomorrow. If it doesn't, it's next tomorrow. And if it's not, it's next tomorrow. That would be... There is a gen right here. It's possible. Alright,
You go.
where's Jill? Fucking imagine. Hello. I know where Geralt is. At least I did.
Go on. Scream.
Give me that hatch.
I can taste your fear.
Are aware that the numbers on the door are written on the door are an aura? What do you mean? I'm aware of the linking system. Like, if you look at the door, you can see which door someone went to. Thank you for depositing your 4K. You're very welcome, Chad. I'm so glad to be a part of this. Ah, man, we're so close to Prestige 9 on Bubba. So close. I don't know, chat. I think the verdict on Help Wanted is it's cool. And I think there are definitely killers. The blood numbers written on the door are an aura. The blood number? You mean the numbers on the front of the door? The one that tells you which number it is when you're looking at it? So what, they go away if you're blinded? Huh. I mean, good thing there's only like one thing that actually blinds the killer. It's residual manifest and no one runs it. But that's interesting to know. Okay. Huh. I'm gonna have to test it later. I think the final verdict on Help Wanted, again, I definitely do think Help Wanted has to be combined with machine learning. I think that's a given. You have to combo it with machine learning. But I don't think it's very good on Springtrap. I don't think it's terrible on him, but I don't think it's very good on him. I think machine learning is actually pretty decent on him, honestly. He can get to gens and he can waste time kicking them, and he knows when gens go off, especially if you run like Bonnie's guitar, right? So I don't think it's bad on him at all for that. But killers, I think it would be insane on. I'm going to get some crap for this. You could run that on Kaneki. You could 100% run that on Kaneki. Like my normal build here, if I replace Rapid for Machine Learning, and then this for Help Wanted, it would mean or like I won't get that I won't get the save the best for last stacks like during, or the rapid value during the match. But you could combo this together to like when that gen pops, you get that sudden burst and you can like go around slugging. You could even combo this with something like infectious fright, so you can keep that 1 minute of power, like constantly going. You can run most things. That is true. That's also true. I'm trying to think of another killer who could probably run the crap out of it. The problem, Clown can't really kick gens too well. Dredge doesn't really need it. Singularity could probably make some decent use out of it, too. Houndmaster. Houndmaster, actually, it's probably... Yeah, I could swap Stabiffle
He's just you and me.
on Houndmaster for help wanted. In fact, you could probably just combo them, to be fair. Did you 4K or did they 4-man out? Someone's asking me the real questions. So I think tomorrow... I haven't really tested Phantom Fear. I think I'm going to start coming up with a build for Phantom Fear now. I was going to do access panel restaurant menu. And as far as the perks go... When a survivor heals another survivor, they scream and Deathbound activates. When the healer is farther than 4 meters from the survivor, they suffer from Oblivious. With 8% haste, I never have a problem running it alone with better. Yeah, that's the thing. I think machine learning is so much better than it on its own that it doesn't really matter. But if you want to run help wanted, I feel like you have to combo with machine learning just to get any decent effect out of it. I think that's the sad reality of it. It's a nice combo. I appreciate the combos there, and I hope we get more compromised gen perks in the future. I have a feeling that we're probably going to get one for vault speed, one for break speed as well. We're probably going to get a version of Fire Up that's for, what's it called? Holy shit. Fire Up, but as a compromised gen. I have a feeling we're going to get that at some point. Also, I think lethal is required on this because that makes Phantom Fear's aura reading 4 seconds. And I think in that case, I'm actually going to run Purple Guy Drawing. I love this add-on so much. What's a combo with it, though? Hmm. Hmm. Because of less BG. What is BGS? I'm all ears. Well, I mean, if we're running purple guy drawing, I think I'm all ears is kind of pointless. But if we are going for the aura reading because of lethal, I mean, we might as well do full auras, right? Bonnie's guitar. Oh, Bonnie's guitar. Oh. That is true, yeah. We get the less undetectable. That's true. And if we're gonna run Bonnie's, then there's no point in running access. That's actually very true. Hmm. Do it with nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide the whack. Yep. I think we'll run that for it. But that will be tomorrow's build. Final verdict is just help one. It's cool. I like the idea. And I hope we get more perks like it. But it's not very good without machine learning. Let me see who's on chat, and we'll raid out. So for those on the YouTube, I'll send you guys the link once we start the raid. I think we're going to raid our friend Revium. Revium is our resident trickster main.
Please deposit 5 coins.
I love fucking... Hang on one sec. If you're over on the YouTube side of things, there's a link for Rev. Rev does not stream on YouTube, unfortunately. But if you want to go check it out and support, you can. On the Twitch side of things, we'll go ahead and start that raid. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love y'all, as always. There will be a podcast out this week. I think it's Hellsies. Hellsies should be out this week. Talking about Oni. But I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. Yeah. Bye.